Hi, I am Jerome Montes, an applicant to AIM's MDM scholarship program. In 2013, the Filipino people were all shocked to have learned that a sum of 10 billion peso worth of government funds through the PDAF or the Priority Development Assistance Fund were misused. It was reported that these funds were channeled through the non-government organizations or NGOs established by businesswoman Janet Lim Napoles. Throughout the investigation, it was found out that the majority, if not all of these NGOs and foundations were fake and actually non-operational. These created a negative impression towards the nonprofit or development sector, especially in the area of fundraising and donor acquisition. It is estimated that in the Philippines, around 500,000 civil society organizations exist. The number of development-oriented organizations and foundations is put at somewhere between 3,000 to 5,000 according to a study made by the Asian NGO Coalition for Agrarian Reform and Rural Development. Imagine 5,000 NGOs and foundations all working towards filling the gap that the government isn't able to address in the present time. That would mean 5,000 institutions in need of funding and in need of capacity building in order to be sustainable and relevant in providing social services and products to the poorest communities and families in the country. The Napoles scandal, however, that rocked the nation in 2013 made it even more difficult or challenging for most, if not all of these NGOs and foundations to apply for grants and seek donation for the causes and advocacies that they support. In order to regain trust and confidence of the funding agencies and donors, both here and abroad, NGOs and foundations need to have themselves certified as donee institutions. This certification will prove that they manage the resources well and that they promote the highest form or level of integrity in managing the resources, especially those donated by like-minded individuals and or institutions. Aside from seeking donee institution status, they also need to have their programs certified or accredited by the government before they can first access funds from the national government and second, provide social services to their clientels. These processes of accreditation and certification, while may be necessary given the reputation that the Philippine-based NGOs created in the development sector during the Napoles scandal, appear to be very inefficient and does not promote the establishment of strong institutions that would address the needs of the society and the marginalized sectors. Currently, there are two institutions that certify or accredit NGOs and foundations here in the Philippines. These are the Philippine Council for NGO Certification or PCNC and the Department of Social Welfare and Development or DSWD. All of the NGOs need to go through the stringent process of assessment conducted by the PCNC if they want to be classified as donee institutions. At the same time, DSWD require NGOs to undergo their own strict set of accreditation and or certification process before they will be able or they can access support or receive grants from the national government. These two separate accreditation processes do not promote efficient enabling environment for the NGOs and foundations to better deliver social services to the clienteles that they serve. The financial resources, manpower, time and effort that they have to invest in these two separate accreditation processes make it appear uninviting for NGOs and foundations to have themselves accredited. Consequently, it may prohibit them from gaining access to government funds or grants and tax incentives that donor institutions or civil society organizations enjoy. Throughout my study in AIM, I wish to be able to gain relevant expertise and technical know-how, especially in the area of developing policies and connecting to relevant individuals and institutions in addressing the need to establish a single certification body for all NGOs and foundations in the country. This is not just an ordinary institution or system that I intend to propose and realize, but this is something that may actually help our frontliners to be more sustainable and establish integrity in their operations and institutional stewardship without having to compromise the quality of service that they provide to their clienteles or partners. Finally, I hope that through this system, key players in the development sector will have increased desire for transparency and integrity as they deliver social services to the poorest of the poor sectors of our society. Again, this has been Jerome Montes, future student of AIM's Master in Development Management Program.